Thanks, Matt. Man, am I super excited to talk to all of you today. I'm Joseph Miller, co founder and chief AI officer at Vivun, and I lead our vision and strategy for building what I think is hands down the most advanced AI powered sales technology in the world. As you can see, I'm pretty passionate about transforming how revenue teams work by creating intelligent agents that think, reason, and collaborate like your best teammates, maybe even a little better. With over 2 decades of experience in AI research, I've had the pleasure of leading a number of incredible teams to innovate best in class AI products that are used by hundreds of enterprises, millions of consumers, and have helped shape the evolution of AI applications in complex business environments. My expertise spans AI and ML, knowledge engineering, maybe a little some philosophy, and the design of human AI collaborative systems. My only goal is to take all of this opportunity we have in front of us and bridge this height barrier to deliver actual, real life, measurable business outcomes. All right, so enough about me. Let's start with the obvious. AI today is pretty impressive. It can hold conversations and write great copy and surface insights in seconds, all things that seemed like a pretty distant dream only a few years ago. But when you drop it into high stakes environments like B2B sales, it really falls apart. The problem is, success in complex human scenarios like those of sales isn't just about knowing what's been said or this or that fact. It's about interpreting subtle buyer signals, navigating hidden risks, and reasoning from the facts through a process framework, discerning what's important both in absolute and relative terms. And finally, what do you do next? That's where most AIs fall short. It talks fluently, but there's really nothing behind the eyes. So today I want to talk about the difference between automation and agency. Automation just executes. You tell it what to do and it does exactly that, right? It's nothing more, nothing less. It's a spreadsheet macro or a robot arm in a factory. Agency, on the other hand, is about judgment. Agency has to decide for itself what to do next. It reads the situation, gathers information, asks questions, considers various paths, and then takes action without waiting for you to tell it what, how, or even why. It does what you would do. That leap from automation to agency is exactly what we've designed Ava to accomplish. And the engine that powers that ability is the sales reasoning model. So Ava knows which signals matters. She understands the causal connections between actions and outcomes, and therefore can reason through these complex deal dynamics just like any top performer would. This cognitive architecture is built to understand intent. It makes autonomous decisions and executes across every stage of the deal with transparent logic you can see, you can validate yourself, and ultimately come to trust. Let me drill into what makes Ava different from anything else out there. We built structured ontologies and knowledge graphs so that Ava knows what LLMs by themselves do not. Nuances like the differences between a champion, a buyer, a saboteur, how to identify these sorts of characters, how they impact the deal in subtle ways, and perhaps most importantly, how to engage with each of them accordingly. We've solved for transparent logic. Every decision Ava makes is traceable, auditable, and backed by real data you can verify. So Ava understands that not all knowledge is equal. Some is older, some comes from more valid sources, and what to do if there's conflicting knowledge. I don't think you'll find another agent in the world that has that depth of understanding, and certainly not in sales. So we've built a custom layered memory system. Ava has short-term working memory like any other agent that you've probably seen. But there are other types of memory, like episodic, semantic memory, procedural memory. So Ava can remember what matters across the entire sales cycle and in what context. And to top it all off, something I'm very excited about personally, Ava has a real personality. This personality is like ours. It's rich and it's interesting and it's adaptive. Your company has a unique culture. You have unique preferences. And just like any new hire, Ava will assimilate into the company's culture and then bend and flex to meet each of her colleagues where they're at. AIs are becoming ubiquitous in the workforce, but at least at Vivun, we think that they should adapt to meet human needs and not the other way around. Okay, so here's what that means in real life. Because Ava is a whole being and not a collection of a bunch of automated tasks, your sales team is working with one teammate, not 50 or 100 agents. Our customers tell us that working with Ava feels different because she's like working with a real colleague, one that they don't have to re educate over and over again or switch out for every different task that they need to get done. It means she's proactive and you don't have to prompt her to do something. She understands what needs to get done. If a new set of stakeholders shows up on a call and shows interest in a different set of features than previously discussed, Ava just updates the stakeholder map accordingly. Isn't that what you would do? If a product concern is raised and she just logs the structured feedback to provide the product team the full context of the deal risk, again, isn't that what you would do? Why would you accept anything less from any other colleague, agent, or human? It's not automation, it's about agency, just like you. That's the future of sales. Smarter, more thoughtful, more human. If you want to go deeper, I built an entire YouTube series where I break down the sales reasoning model, how it works, why we built it, how you can apply these concepts to your own sales motion. And in the Vivun Resource Center, you can download the full suite of sales reasoning model materials to learn more. Watch the series, get the materials, experience that aha moment for yourself. It is wild. And now I'll turn you over to our VP of Sales Solutions and my personal hero, Brett Crane, to show you how Ava can accelerate sales execution in our first ever Ava in Action showcase. Take it away, Brett.